Hello everyone, welcome back to the location of Farm Boy. Well, if you've been following along on the channel, you will, there's been a couple of videos coming out about putting the whole back side of this cover back together. So we started off with the main crank bearing there, taking it apart, another one putting it back together, and then the next video putting all the side covers and the side gears in. So, now this video, we're going to be installing the clutch brake, and putting that back together. First things first, got this oil catcher installed, cleaned out all the insides and stuff, make sure there's good passage and everything. Gasket and everything is good there, so now we just gotta push the clutch on and then start installing the plates and stuff. The first part here is this clutch. This clutch we got rebuilt. Probably make another video of that, of the clutch being rebuilt. So we just gotta slide it right on, and yeah. One thing we should do, which I forgot to do, was fill it up with grease, make sure it's all good and packed up with grease, so I think I'll go ahead and do that. I don't know where all this grease is going into, but it's gotta be going somewhere. I think it's going right inside of this part here. Let's keep filling it up, I guess. Okay, so that's all filled up. The other thing we can fill up is all the ball bearings. Make sure that's all packed in. I'll just wipe that off a bit. Then once we slide it on, then we'll fill it up with some more grease inside. Good. And then one thing else we still need is the piece that goes right over top. We gotta hammer that in. That piece goes right over top. So we can put this guy in there. And then fill that up with grease as well. Good. Okay, let's slide that on, and then we'll, once it's slid in, then we'll give it a couple taps with the hammer, and then get it on the rest of the way. Okay, time to slide it on. Okay, that fell out. So I want to make sure that this piece here will slide on, and this part here engages and disengages the clutch. So I think we'll put that one in first while the clutch is still free and loose sitting in there before we start putting all the packings on and make it a little tighter inside. So do that first. So I made a gasket for this guy. This is the one I made a gasket for. Just didn't order one, so just made it by hand. It's definitely not the easiest piece to slide on, but we'll get it. One thing I'm not liking the looks of is how this is going to slide in. It doesn't seem to want to go in super nice. Which is kind of weird, because I did get it in. Maybe I'll have to put it in on more of an angle. Maybe I'll have to do the top first and then the bottom. There we go, now it's sliding on. Alright, now we just gotta check. Make sure it's actually sliding in the right spot. And that's even more. I guess we'll be able to, once I got it in, then I can just rotate the iron back and forth, see if it kicks the clutch in and out. That's one good test we can do. I think, from what I can see, is that it's going in the right spot. It's hard for it to not go in the right spot, that's the problem. So, we'll just go with it. And I think we'll know soon enough if it's not lined up in there properly. So I got the brake clutch engager on, and this works now. So when I engage the clutch, move it forward. Actually, it's disengaged right now. But when I disengage it, then the brake moves, and then this. And then the main thing is when I move it, the bolt moves out, and then when I move it back, sucks the bolt right in. Sucks it in. And that just clamps everything. That'll clamp everything right together real tight. So that's in place now. This is working good. What I didn't have was I had that, that fork, and then on the clutch there's a slot where it's supposed to fit. Well, that slot was pushed in, and I was just on the actual slider of the clutch, so I wasn't in the right spot, so I couldn't move this disengager back and forth, which was because I was stuck in between. Alright, so all the disc plates are in. It's not that difficult. Just a diagram here. You got this floating clutch facing, then you have that big fat one, then you have the tri clutch, then you have a metal disc, tri, metal disc, tri, metal disc, and then a floating disc. Now we're just gonna go put on the tension for the clutch. This is the one that'll determine how much pop it takes. So we won't be putting that one up to proper specs and everything, because well, we don't have the whole clutch mechanism out. We only have we just have the main stuff installed, so we won't be doing that. What I will do is I'll figure out what the tension of this bolt's supposed to, or torque, or yeah, proper torque specifications for this bolt. Get this one tied down properly, and then yeah, the rest for that. Put the cover back on, and then this job is done. Alright, so I got the main compressor in. That just pulls all the discs together. One thing I forgot to mention is when you do install the back, the bigger metal disc, there's a V mark that has to line up with the V mark on the crankshaft. So make sure those V marks are lined up, and then you should be good. Now I'm just going to go ahead and install these cotter pins just for now. Otherwise I can just leave them out. Actually, I'll just leave them out and make a checklist for myself of what I gotta do. Yeah, but that'll be more when the tractor's all ready to go. Actually, you know what? I should probably install them. Otherwise you're gonna lose them, so I'm gonna install them. There we go. Now it should fit. There we go. Okay. Now to get these bolts to line up in the hole, must have gotten easier over time. So there you have it. That's how you put the whole clutch assembly and the brake assembly, or the fork in. And yeah, the hardest part is lining up all the bolt holes and everything, making sure everything fits properly. All the different parts have to slide in with each other, so that's probably the hardest part. And the rest is just straightforward. Yeah, making sure all the things are tight and everything, but otherwise, yeah, it's not too bad of a job. Anyways, thanks for watching, and you'll be seeing more of the John Deere 830, so stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.